We are going to talk about the pre-trade routine to begin with. This is a routine that you can do to get yourself ready for the trading day. So we're going to go through the pre-trade routine and let me talk you through it. So it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer as we're talking through each of the steps. But if you're doing it on your own, it doesn't take very long, 5 to 10 minutes max. The first step, if it's not for you, that's just fine. Just go ahead and skip it and stick around for step 2 coming up soon. But if you're struggling to meet your goals as a trader, I really encourage you to give it a try and see if it can make a change for you. And, it really could help you capture the consistency that you're looking for. So I challenge you to try it. Special shout out to Corey Mitchell from TradeThatSwing.com for this pre-trade routine. You can find a detailed description on his website, TradeThatSwing.com. Go on the website and search for an article called "Do This 5-Minute Pre-Trade Routine for Better Trading." And I will also include a link in the description of this live session. All right, so to get ready, this is the bit that I did off screen. This is just something that I personally like to do that I've added. So we're going to begin the pre-trade routine by clearing negativity, reducing stress, and really focusing our mind and getting our mind and body ready for trading. So this is the part that I do every morning off camera, and you can do it along with me when there's the little 30-second intro or before you pop on the live as well. So ideally, you want to be standing for this initial part, and you're going to need a little bit of room, but just enough to stretch. So you can also do it seated if you prefer. And if you don't want to move your body at all, you can just breathe deeply and get started that way. So you're going to begin by taking a deep breath through your nose. You're going to reach your arms up and circle them until they're overhead. So a big stretch overhead. Really stretch your hands out as far as you can and reach your arms up overhead, breathing in deeply through your nose, and hold your breath. Pause at the top for a couple seconds, and then circle your arms back down, either to your side, or I prefer to reach for the ground, reach my toes, and enjoy that stretch. When you're doing that, hold for a couple seconds, and then you're simply going to repeat 2 or 3 more times. Here is step 1 of the pre-trade routine. So you're going to focus on this step to clear negativity. By the way, for those of you that are thinking this step is not for you, or this pre-trade is not for you, or maybe you doubt the effectiveness of it, let me just say that this first step is scientifically documented to significantly boost testosterone, and it takes less than 2 minutes. You can do it in even less than 2 minutes. Not only does it boost testosterone, but it's also shown to reduce cortisol as well. So if you'd like to know more about the science behind the step, just pop over to that article that I mentioned. This is TradeThatSwing.com. Pre-trade routine. Scroll down past the steps, and you'll find this 20-minute TED Talk by Amy Cuddy. This explains the science behind what we're going to do next. So for this step, you're going to do a power pose. So imagine that you have just won a race, or like maybe you watch the Olympics and you know how somebody looks when they win a race. So their arms overhead, reach to the sky and just pump up your arms, maybe take a couple deep breaths. So this is an example of a power pose. She talks about other power poses in that video. So standing, feet slightly apart, hands on your hips, 2 minutes, that's all it takes. And the goal is to trick your body into seeing yourself in a powerful role. And the goal isn't to pump yourself up too much or get overly excited for the trading day, but it's to remind yourself you're ready to go. It reduces negative feelings and really prepares your body and your mind to get ready for what you're about to do as a trader. On to step 2. So that's really easy to do. You can do it right at your desk, standing right at your desk. Easy. All right. Trading plan review is the second step. For the trading plan review, what you're going to do is literally that. You're just going to review your trading plan. So you want to go over each of your setups, your basic setups, and what you're looking for in the market to make a trade. So you're thinking about, news events, market volatility, whatever it is for you specifically. And you're going to think about what that means to you, your basic trade setup. So I'll give you an example for myself. What I'm looking for in the market is significant breaks in structure. Okay, so I can see in my mind, I can see what the chart looks like and what will be required. I'm looking for movement on the higher time frame from areas of liquidity, external range, internal range liquidity, and I want to have a general idea of what I might be looking for. When I'm thinking of my setups on TradingView, I can see the lines, I can see what it looks like, how price will come into the zones, and you're really imagining each of the setups, okay? So if price comes into the zone for me from a significant market structure shift, that would be a long trade that I could take. Likewise, if price comes into a zone overhead from a market structure shift to the downside, for me, that would be a short trade, okay? So I'm imagining what that looks like, and I'm aware of news when I'm trading. So I know, for example, this week NFP is coming up on Friday, and I'm thinking about conditions of the day. So, what does Monday look like? What does Friday look like? Typically, Mondays are a little bit slower as price is setting up for the week before the price action of the week evolves, okay? So next step is your strategy visualization. So strategy visualization, all right? Here's what strategy visualization looks like. You're going to visualize in your mind, okay? So literally, I like to close my eyes and think about it. We're going to do this right now. You can do it along with me, okay? As I'm talking, tune me out and imagine your own strategy. Or you can just listen to what I'm saying and, perhaps implement it another day. So you're going to visualize every entry you may take during the trading day, and you're going to imagine both wins and losses, okay? So go ahead and join me, and we'll do this together for my strategy so you can get an idea of what that might look like, okay? So I'm going to start with a long trade, okay? And I can see that there was a significant break higher. Price broke higher. And after that has happened, price is beginning to return to the zone that I have marked out on my chart, okay? So price comes into the zone, and I can see price hitting the OTE area, or the 62% retracement. That's where I enter, okay? So I've entered my trade, and I can see the candles jiggling around and moving around. And as I'm watching, I can see price head toward my stop loss. Okay, I know what that feels like in my body. I know what it feels like, the thoughts that I'll hear in my head, and I'm gonna try and replace that reaction. So instead of letting my body get upset, my muscles get tight, my heart rate flutter, I'm gonna focus on staying cool, staying calm, staying collected. And as I see price approach my stop loss, I'm reminding myself that a stop loss is an insurance policy, just like ICT says. It's an insurance policy meant to protect my account. Okay, it's not against me, it's not working against me, and it's a part of trading. So taking a loss is a perfectly acceptable, necessary part of trading. And so I can feel calm in the decision that I made, that I took a valid trade, and as it hits my stop, I'm okay. Okay, I'm relaxed, I'm calm, and I'm not too eager to jump back into the next trade. I'm staying collected and I'm staying cool. Okay, so that's what it looks like for me as I'm seeing. Nobody likes to have their stop loss hit. It's not fun. But if you're going to be a trader and you're going to be a successful trader, you have to accept that part. Okay, so now I'm going to see that same thing where I'm about to take a long. So I can see price moving into the zone where we had a break of structure, market structure shift. Price is returning to the zone. And this time, price is moving toward my profit target. Okay, the trade is going in my favor. And it's easy to become excited. It's easy to become overly confident, right? My strategy worked, my trade is playing out. And I'm going to hone that emotion in, and remind myself this is part of a planned trade. This is part of my strategy, and my edge is playing out. And while that's wonderful, I need to stay cool, calm, collected, watch the price move toward my profit target, and keep my emotions in check. So it's fine to have emotions, it's fine to feel excitement and be happy, but I'm going to try and tune that excitement down to just, satisfaction. Rather than excitement, I'm going to try and focus on feeling satisfaction. I'm satisfied and happy that my profit target is, about to be hit, and I can see price moving up that way. And I'm keeping a cool mind, collected, calm. And as price is hitting that profit target, I'm remembering this is part of the strategy. This is part of the plan. Don't be too excited. Don't be impulsive. Don't be overly confident. Keep all of those things in check. You're not looking for the next trade immediately. Okay. All right. So that's what it looks like for taking a win. Now, it might seem redundant, but it's really important now to go on to the opposite side. So I take long trades, and maybe you don't. Maybe you only take long or short, one or the other, but I take long trades and I take shorts. So now I'm going to do the exact same process, thinking about if I'm taking a short trade, what that would look like. Okay. So for me, I can see in my chart, if you're familiar with my charts, I trade on, I mark up on TradingView and Tradeovate, and I can see a strong break lower. Okay. And price is moving up toward that zone where I'll take a trade. I can see the candles in my mind jiggling around, moving up to that zone. And that's where I'm going to enter my short. Okay. And after I enter my short, again, this time I have a stop. Price is moving against me. Okay. So instead of going in the direction I want, price is moving against me, moving higher. And as we all know, if you've ever taken a stop, you know what that feels like in your body. You know what that sounds like in your mind. Worry starts to creep in, thoughts start to creep in, and I'm calming those voices. Okay. I'm focusing on reminding myself this was a valid trade. It's a valid planned trade. I risked appropriately. I planned this trade and it's not working out. Okay. So the reaction in my body, I'm going to tone it down. I'm going to focus on feeling calm, cool, and collected. Okay. There's no need for my body to be upset. I'm not in danger. And this is part of trading. Okay. Everybody takes losses. If you're a trader, you take a loss. It's just part of it. It doesn't mean you're wrong. Okay. It doesn't mean that you did something incorrect. It's part of my strategy, part of my trade. That was a valid trade for me, and it just didn't work. So I'm calming that, not only emotions and thoughts in my mind, but also the feeling in my body. The feeling in my body, I'm replacing it. I'm deliberately making sure I'm breathing, okay? And I'm staying calm, cool, and collected. All right. And likewise, I'm thinking about another trade this time. Okay. So price is coming back into that zone. I can see it in my mind. There was a significant shift, a market structure shift. Price broke strongly lower and now is moving up into this bearish zone. And I can see in my mind the candles are actually moving up into the zone. As it moves into the zone, I enter my trade. Maybe when I enter the trade, I'm feeling a little bit of excitement. So I'm calming that down, reminding myself I'm just doing my job. Okay. And this time price moves in my favor. So it starts to move in my favor toward my take profit. And as that happens, the natural inclination is to be excited, to be confident. Oh, I'm so smart. Look at me. I took a winner. Okay. I'm shutting those comments down, because if I have those comments in my mind, thinking about how smart I am, how, awesome I am at trading, likewise, when price moves against me, I'm thinking, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I saw the strategy, whatever, my thoughts get carried away. So I'm saying, hey, tone it down, keep it calm. This is a planned trade. This is part of my strategy. This is a planned risk. I risked appropriately, and I'm watching price move toward my profit goal, my profit target. I'm keeping my body calm. Okay. So I'm not letting myself get excited. I'm not letting myself get overly confident, right? For me, if I take a winner, Sometimes I'm impulsive and eager to get and do it again. Okay. So I'm telling myself, stay calm, cool, collected. This is simply part of the plan. That's all. Okay. So I'm obviously happy. I'm satisfied to take a win. But instead of letting myself be excited about it, I'm just tuning it down a little bit. Okay. Instead of excitement, I'm just, satisfied and happy to see the plan play out, but I'm keeping calm, cool, and collected. Okay. All right. So I hope that helps. I hope you give it a try for yourself. Maybe you did it with me, and it really has changed trading for me a lot. So I really strongly encourage you to do it. All right. So popping over to the next step, step number 4. Step number 4 is dominant trading theme. Okay. And you can do this with me right now as well. So a dominant trading theme is what you specifically, right here, what you specifically are working on. And this can change. Okay. My dominant trading theme from last week, I'm going to keep working on it this week. And probably next week, I'm going to add a new theme. So for me, what I'm working on is really focusing. For those of you that don't know, I've been trading for a long time, but recently in the last couple of years had been focused on Forex and also trading indices through a prop firm. And now I'm shifting my focus to futures because of, I'm sure if you're a YouTube watcher, you know about the complications for Americans in the prop firm space. And also I tend to like to look at a lot of assets, trade a lot of assets, jump all over the place, lots of trade all the majors, gold, the indices. And so right now, the dominant trading theme for me personally is doing less. Okay. I'm working on doing less and being focused. That is a struggle for me. I like shiny objects. I like to jump around, move around, look at all the different things. Okay. So I am really focused for myself to really hone in on trading futures, trading NQ, focusing on that, possibly ES, but really focused there. Okay. So not doing too much. I'm just focusing on that. So, what is it for you? Let me know in the chat if you're interested in sharing. What is your dominant trading theme that you're going to work on this week and that you're going to come back to? So in the past, I've had dominant trading themes like doing what I say I'm going to do. Okay. If I say that I'm done trading and I'm not going to trade the afternoon, okay, I'm working on doing what I say I'm going to do. And so that might be it. Another common one is not risking too much. Maybe your dominant trading theme is this week, or for right now, what you're going to work on is just making sure that every trade you take is risked appropriately. That's a great trading theme. Okay. That could really change outcomes for you as a trader. Another possible trading theme could be being prepared, avoiding being impulsive. So you only take planned trades. You only take the trades that you've planned and that meet your trading plan exactly. And that's it. Okay. That's another great trading theme. So again, for me, this week, I'm still focusing on being focused, keeping it simple, and sticking to exactly what I say I'm going to trade. So again, to reiterate, it's futures. I'm trading NQ, ES, and that's it. Okay, that's what I'm focusing on so that I can do less and stay focused. All right. All right, on to the 5th and final step here. Parts negotiation. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed the testosterone boost from earlier, the 2 minutes that we talked about. This is, I think it's fascinating, but it's a little bit out there. But I'm telling you, if you've ever watched cartoons before, and you've got the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder, it's that. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Or like, I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Inside Out. Great movie. It's a kids movie, but it is just psychologically so true. And it's about a little girl and the different, I don't even know what they're called in the movie, but like these little characters inside herself. So she's got anger and joy and sadness. These are the different parts of herself that reside inside her. I think discussed, I forget what the fifth one is. So for trading, so relevant to trading, I like to think about two parts of myself. There's more, but the two most prominent for me when I'm trading, I have this professional, business sided, aspect of myself where I'm very studious, I'm organized, I'm prepared, I make rational decisions. I really rely on that rational side of my brain. Okay. So there's that, sort of like professional business side. And then there's like the party side, the impulsive side. Okay. The one who just, loves to just like, push the buttons. Okay. Jump around to all the different assets that I want to look at and push buttons on the keyboard. She's fun. She's, interesting. She likes to have a good time. That side of myself. Okay. And so in parts negotiation, so in this phase, you're going to be recognizing the different parts of yourself. And again, you may have two, more than two. All right. Surely you do. But again, keeping it simple. That's how I start. And the goal is not to get rid of one or the other. Okay. So the goal is to recognize that there are multiple parts and they all have needs and they also all have value. Okay. So the party side of myself, or the fun side, fun loving, honestly, even impulsive side of myself has value. Okay. It's just she needs to be quiet for the most part when I'm trading, not totally silent, right? Because in part, if I'm only business minded and I'm only analytical, I might not be brave enough to take a risk to take a trade. And so I keep her around. I keep that side around, but I just let her know it's not your time to have the floor right now. So you're welcome to stick around, keep your hand down. Okay. Later today is your time to shine. Okay. So when your kids come home from school, or you take the dogs out for a walk, or, whatever it is, that's when your needs are going to be met. Okay. Right now, it's the trader side, it's the business side, it's the professional side. She's going to be in charge for right now. Again, you're welcome to stick around. We're going to need you, right? But she's in charge. She's calling the shots. She's planning the trades, and she is going to be the dominant part in charge now for the next couple hours as I'm sitting here trading. Okay. So I know that sounds a little bit out there, but it really, really helps. And again, I watched a really interesting interview this morning on YouTube with Jade Cap Kyle. If you follow him, he's an ICT trader, and he was interviewed by Austin Silver on Austin's channel. I think it's ASFX is his channel on YouTube. If you just search his name, he'll come up. And they were saying that in the past, they had heard people talk about how you need to have no emotions in trading. So you need to be like a robot. And they were saying, they disagreed with that. And I would agree, right? You're not trying to stifle anything, any part of yourself when you're trading. What you're trying to do is say, there's a time and a place for all these different parts. There's value to all these different parts. So there's no shame in any of these parts, right? But it's okay to say, now's your time to shine. You're going to stick around, but your turn's coming later. Okay. It really helps me. I hope that you can, give this a try, really challenge yourself. If I sound like, really out there, if you're here and you're watching, you're looking for something. Okay. So why not give it a try? And if you do try it, let me know and, see if it helps. Okay. So that's it for the pre-trade routine. Obviously it took a lot longer talking through each of the parts with you, but if you do it on your own, it's much faster. You can be done in 5 to 10 minutes, and it really doesn't need to be complicated. Every morning though, I do go through this, and it has really, really helped and really changed things for me. So I hope it's a game changer for you too. Okay. So I'm going to pop over to the chat real quick, say hello and good morning to everyone. And then we'll move on to checking the news and pop over to the charts, look at the market, and look for specific setups. Okay. So good morning, Marina. Good morning, If you're in the chat this morning, go ahead and say hello. I know, Ronak, you're viewing from India. Marina, where are you coming from? Christina, hi, I watched your psychology video before your NQ trade last week. I like it a lot. Thanks for sharing this. Thank you, Christina. I'm glad you like it. I had an incredible week last week. It was super exciting. I passed the top step trading combine on Friday. We did that on the live session, and it was really, really, I was really happy to do that. So, that was a great example. If you haven't seen that live session, or you haven't seen the trading videos that Christina's talking about, Romania, very cool. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know, Marina. If you haven't seen that, those videos, I think, are hopefully an example where I walk through these things, commentating, so saying out loud these things. On Thursday and Friday, I had winning days, and Thursday was a really big winning day for me, and Friday was passing the combine. So both of those were days where, it would be very easy for myself in the past, but very easy for anyone to just get carried away with excitement and emotion. And I really tried to, both for my own personal reasons, I need to do this for myself, but also I really tried to demonstrate what that might look like, to talk yourself through these things and stay calm, cool, and collected. So thank you, Christina. Thank you for letting me know that was helpful. And if you haven't seen them, I encourage you to, check them out. Let me know what you think. They're on my YouTube channel, has a picture. It's like really colorful. You'll see it. I think one's called winning trade, and one's called like winning setup or something like that. So, all right. So we are going to pop over to looking at the news for this week.